Welcome to Top 30. I'm Kristen Smith.
And I'm Alex Michelson, and here are your top 30 stories in 30 minutes. The holidays are here, and if you still haven't shipped out presents to friends and family, you might want to listen up. Consumer Reports just released new information about the best courier services for the 2017 holiday season. They computed information from FedEx, UPS, and the United States Postal Service on their ability to deliver a 5-pound box between 30 pairs of U.S. cities. When it comes to time, price, and lack of surcharge, the old-fashioned postal service cannot be beat. Not only that, in many major cities, the USPS offers a premium surcharge of $12.50 to get packages to your loved ones by Christmas Day. However, to get packages delivered on time, you have to ship those items out by the 22nd of December. For second-day delivery, FedEx was the cheapest option in 97% of comparisons, but most of the time, UPS was actually within $1 of that. And if you're doing next-day delivery and shipping within 200 miles, always check to see how much ground delivery costs for UPS and FedEx, because it's often a fraction of the cost. Even if you're late, don't worry, everybody loves a Happy New Year's present.
Unemployment rates continue to hold steady at a 17-year low of 4.1%. And the Bureau of Labor Statistics reports the U.S. economy added 228,000 jobs in November. Hiring boomed in anticipation of the holiday season, but wage growth was weaker and slower than experts hoped for. And residents in Corpus Christi and South Texas were shocked on Friday when they woke up to a light blanket of snow on their streets and rooftops. The National Weather Service reports this is the first time San Antonio has seen snow since 1987, and up to 2.5 inches was recorded. Now, check out this cute kid just innocently trying to take a photo with a tiger. But all the tiger cub saw was prey and pounced at the young boy, slamming into the glass. I think both the kid and the tiger got more than they bargained for. The organization that chooses the Oscar Awards has adopted its first code of conduct and is warning members about breaking the new rules. The chief executive for the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences sent an email detailing the guidelines. The email said, "There is no place in the Academy for people who abuse their status, power, or influence in a manner that violates standards of decency." The Academy warned violators can be suspended or expelled. The new standards were developed by a task force launched in October after Harvey Weinstein was accused of rape and sexual abuse, charges he denies. The Oscar winner was just the second person expelled in the Academy's history. The Academy also said it was setting up procedures to handle allegations of misconduct, but didn't give any more details on the process. Good to see the Academy taking a tangible step in the right direction.
Let's go now to the New York Stock Exchange and Nicole Petalides for our Fox Business Minute. And Nicole, big news. I understand Starbucks has a new drink.
That's right, Alex. First it was unicorns, then mermaids, and now Starbucks is giving us the Christmas tree frap. How does this sound? Well, mocha and peppermint topped with a festive tree made of matcha whipped cream with a caramel drizzle and candied cranberries. A venti has 490 calories, 68 grams of sugar. Have you ever gotten hit with bank fees? You are not alone. The average bank customer now pays about $150 a year, according to moneyrates.com. Banking experts suggest that people shop around, and one report recommends web-based banks because their fees are lower than brick-and-mortar ones by about 18%. Airports are looking to increase fees on domestic round-trip tickets by $8. They claim that they need the extra funds to update aging facilities.
Well, Nicole, I know passengers don't like that, but I can also imagine that airlines aren't happy about it either.
Well, you're right. They say that more fees could deter passengers from booking flights. Delta, the nation's #2 airline, says that for every $1 increase in the passenger facility charge, passenger demand declines by more than 1%. If the proposed increase goes into effect, it would be the first bump in 17 years. More at Top 30 when we return.
New research sheds light on the connection between breast cancer and birth control. Women who use birth control pills or contraceptive devices that release hormones have a higher risk of breast cancer. That's according to a new study from the University of Copenhagen. Previous studies focused on earlier versions of the pill that were known to increase cancer risk. But many women have thought that newer forms of birth control were safer because they contain less estrogen. But this study may prove that theory wrong. It included IUDs and hormonal implants implants, as well as newer oral contraceptives. Researchers found a 9% increase in risk in women who use contraceptives for a year or less. That increased to 38% if they use the drugs for 10 years or more. One doctor said gynecologists just assumed that a lower dose of hormone meant a lower risk of cancer, but the same elevated risk is there. Experts say birth control is also linked to lower risks for other types of cancer, like ovarian. Doctors say the risk is low and hormones are still the right choice for many women. Hey, Alex, I hear you have some interesting info now about people using layaway for their holiday shopping?
Yeah, that's right, Kristen. It turns out that more people are using layaway to pay off holiday shopping bills over time, and we now know some of the most popular layaway purchases shoppers are making. Consulting company Deloitte released a study showing the most popular layaway items include higher-priced items like big-screen televisions, appliances, computers, and gadgets, things you would probably suspect. But there are some unique items on the list as well. At Kmart, one of the most popular layaway items is a trampoline. At Sears, it's a diamond engagement ring. And at Walmart, scooters made the list. About 13% of shoppers surveyed use layaway this time of year, and besides spreading out payments over time, you can keep the presents at the store until Christmas and avoid clutter around the house.
Time now for Royal Watch with The Sun. Let's check in with the man, the myth, the legend, Arthur Edwards, The Sun's royal photographer for 40 years. Arthur is in London. How are you doing?
I'm doing too good. I'm doing very well, actually.
Well, let's start with Kate and Prince William. He spoke at an event about children's health. Tell us more about that. He's
saying that, it's all very well, the new technology, but they're not playing sports anymore. They're not going out playing in the fresh air. They're on their phones, they're chatting to each other, with all these different social media sites. And he was just warning against that. Also, as he was leaving, someone said, "Hello, Prince Harry." And he said, "I'm not Harry, I'm not Ginger." He said, "I'm the bald one."
How can you get those two mixed up?
Well, someone did. Yeah, someone did.
That's got to be embarrassing. Okay, so Camilla just attended a charity event, right? At an investment firm. How'd that go?
Every year, they devote one day takings, commissions they earn to charities, and they all get dressed up as, in fancy dress, and they really make a huge effort. It's a great event. Gets terrific publicity here in Britain. Every newspaper uses it because it's absolutely stunning. The people look fabulous in their outfits, and some get dressed as knights of the Round Table, others get dressed as Robin Hood, and it's just a brilliant day.
Thanks, Arthur. We'll see you again next week.
Take care.
We were all warned not to look at the sun without eye protection during this year's summer total eclipse. Well, now we know why. A New York woman had a crescent-shaped scar burned into her eye while viewing the solar event on August 21st. She told doctors she viewed the eclipse for about 6 seconds, several times with no eyewear, and once with borrowed eclipse glasses. Well, hours later, she had blurred and distorted vision. She said she saw a black spot on her left side. Doctors now believe that those borrowed eclipse glasses weren't up to safety standards. Experts warned of counterfeit glasses before the event. Injuries from looking at eclipses are rare. The woman's eye had to be studied with a new type of imaging for doctors to see the damage. Once they did, they found that the sun had burned holes in both of her retinas. It's known as solar retinopathy. There's currently no treatment. This is the most severe injury reported so far. It's also the first time that doctors have viewed damage from the sun at this level. The next total eclipse over the US is in 2024. That's plenty of time to actually buy good glasses.
Callen and Eric Wilkes had the perfect life, except they were missing something, the love of a child. The couple had been trying to conceive and were feeling dismayed that they weren't pregnant yet. When Callen found out she was finally expecting, she wanted to surprise dad-to-be Eric with the great news. So she staged a photo shoot with photographer Callie Beal to capture the moment. Callen told Eric it was to celebrate their first wedding anniversary and they should surprise each other with special messages. For hers, Callen wrote, "You're going to be a daddy." And Eric's reaction to the news was epic. His own chalkboard said fulfilled, which became doubly so upon finding out he was going to be a daddy. According to People magazine, Callen said, "It was one of the best moments of my life for sure." Well, we're all lucky to share this special moment with Callen and Eric. Congrats, guys.
A once abandoned castle in France now has found itself with 10,000 new owners. According to Business Insider, D'Artagnan's, a company that specializes in raising funds for historic buildings, teamed up with town locals to start the crowdfunder and save the Chateau de la Montchamp-Dinaires. How great is that French from demolition? Now, people from all over the world have joined the effort with the goal of restoring the castle to its original glory and opening it to the public. Plus, it's pretty cool to say that you own a castle, even if it's a small part of it. And for 50 euros or $59, you too can become a part owner of the once famed Party Palace. Each donor is considered a shareholder and will have a platform to monitor progress, proposals, and events. Though the project has surpassed its original goal of 500,000 euros, crowdfunding will continue until Christmas Day, with additional funds going towards reconstruction.
In today's hometown stories from Fox 46 Charlotte, 17-year-old Bailey Fryer is the newest member of the Davidson College wrestling team. Bailey has been battling renal failure, but thanks to Team Impact, a nonprofit connecting children facing serious illnesses with college sports, he has a new support system. The team even visited him in the hospital, bringing food and friendship.
Hopefully we can provide some support and brotherhood for him in his recovery process. I think makes a great match, so we couldn't be more excited that he's a Wildcat.
Our next story from Fox 13 Tampa Bay. The Ronald McDonald House has introduced a way for families to have fun during a stressful time. For the Jenkins, the new Play Touch table provides a way to bond while their son receives treatment, creating a positive experience during an otherwise hard time.
And this is an opportunity for them to interact, to put down their individual devices, and to be together during this time of great stress.
It's a good way to just relax and forget about all the bad stuff for a while.
For our final story from Fox 35 Orlando, the Homan family is adopting a third child, this one from an orphanage in India.
My wife and I lived in India for a while. It's always been a special place in our heart.
While the costs associated with the adoption are expensive, between $30,000 to $40,000, they found a creative way to raise money, selling Christmas trees.
We thought everybody loves Christmas trees, and we're just trying to think of creative ways to do a little fundraiser.
Spreading cheer in the homes of others so they can have some in their own.
So take a guess. What band do you think has sold more tickets in 2017 than any other musical act in the world? After being on the road for 37 years, Depeche Mode is bigger than ever, accomplishing something no other act has, selling out 4 consecutive shows at the Hollywood Bowl. The new wave band formed in 1980, and if you can believe it, this year, when it comes to ticket sales, they're outselling A-list pop stars like Ed Sheeran, Justin Bieber, and Bruno Mars. And they're doing it without having ever released a #1 hit in the United States. According to Bloomberg, Martin Gore, the band's guitarist and lead songwriter, says, "Every time we go out and tour, we're playing to more people. It's just incredible at this stage in our career." Depeche Mode tailors their outreach to their fans, otherwise known as the Black Swarm or devotees, by booking shows at small venues and doing special releases of their music. Inspired by the Grateful Dead, Depeche Mode also embraced new technologies like digital and streaming music to widen their musical outreach to new audiences. That strategy of reaching out to touch faith really seems to be working. One of the ways the cable companies lure subscribers is providing limited time deals. But when the deal ends, what should you do? Well, if like a lot of people, your deal ends on the first of the year, you're in luck because there's a variety of New Year discounts now available. Before you call your cable company to haggle, research the offers from other providers so you can be ready to negotiate. When you call to work out a new deal, be clear, but don't be a jerk. Bring up your past promotion and how long you've been with the company, and then say you'll switch carriers if you get stuck with a non-promotional rate. And if you get switched to a customer control representative, you're in luck. Their job is to give you the kind of deal that will make you stick around, so haggle with them. And don't forget the human part of negotiating. By being kind and polite, people are much more likely to give you what you want. Remember, nice guys finish first.
Multiple studies have shown that coffee is the perfect pick-me-up for skin because it reduces both swelling and inflammation, which is why we've got today's top 30 deal, the Coffee Evolution Anti-Aging Brightening Set at a special 91% discount. Coffee Evolution products are loaded with antioxidants, which can prevent premature skin aging and decrease the risk of skin cancer. The set includes 3 products that will leave your skin refreshed and revitalized, while also working to fade wrinkles and fine lines. The Instant Lifting Espresso Double Shot, the Coffee and Vitamin C Triple Eye Serum Brighten Up, and the Coffee and Vitamin C Triple Face Serum. The Coffee Evolution Anti-Aging Brightening Set retails for as much as $800. But today you can buy it for just $69. That's about a 91% discount. And you can get this right now at top30deals.com while they last.
Scientists discovered fossils of a new dinosaur that had the body of a duck and claws that could shred its prey. The 75-million-year-old creature walked on two legs on land like ducks, used its forearms as flippers to swim in water like penguins, and had a long neck for ambush hunting. And it was about the size of a goose, making it one of the smallest dinosaurs. Researchers say this is a combination that's never been seen before in a dinosaur. The fossil was found in Mongolia, but scientists don't know when it was found. That's because it was looted from a popular fossil mine and just turned over to scientists in 2015. So who knows what other fossils may be out there of crazy creatures that just haven't been discovered yet.
You know those cringe-tastic Christmas cards that some people send out that recaps their whole family's year? Well, one woman's brutally honest Christmas card just one Christmas. Lisa Allen's Christmas card went viral on Reddit because it reads more like a comedy roast than a proud family update. About her 3-year-old son Landon, Lisa wrote, "Most of the artwork he brings home from church nursery is awful." Of her son Hunter, she wrote, "Our energetic yet surprisingly unathletic 9-year-old who just got cut from a soccer team that doesn't even keep score in their games. How does that even happen?" Her 18-year-old daughter Maddie was grounded for 2 weeks this fall after she snuck a guy in her window to watch a movie. Lisa goes after her husband too. Tom still tucks his t-shirts into his jeans and just took money from our retirement account to buy a fishing boat. His golf shoes are still currently on the steps after I told him 3 times to take them upstairs. It's kind of refreshing. After all, families aren't perfect, so why should our Christmas cards be?
A company that makes batteries could be causing a battery shortage all over the world. Multiple outlets are reporting that Elon Musk's Tesla has taken up huge numbers of the battery cells it uses in its electric cars. Those cells start out at the biggest battery supplier in the world, Panasonic. Together, the two companies operate the Gigafactory in Nevada, where Tesla adds its own technology to the Panasonic batteries. One Korean news outlet said it's now impossible to buy the batteries in Japan, where Panasonic is based and where many of the world's electronics are made. Sources say Panasonic is trying to help Tesla overcome production delays for its cars. Earlier this year, the company was reportedly having trouble keeping up with demand and delivering its new Model 3 fast enough. Some experts are skeptical of any delays. A news site called Electric that covers electric vehicles alleges that the problem at the Gigafactory is putting the battery packs together for the cars, not getting supplies. Other outlets are reporting that some companies won't get the batteries they need till the middle of next year. A quarter-life crisis is a thing, at least according to millennials. A new study by LinkedIn shows that it's no longer a myth. 75% of 25 to 33-year-olds claim that they've experienced a quarter-life crisis. These crises usually manifest with feelings of doubt and insecurity about anything from career and finances to relationships. In fact, the study notes that you could be experiencing a quarter-life crisis and not even know it. The following are the 3 most common causes. 1, putting pressure on yourself to find a job you're passionate about. 2, not having someone to mentor you or give life advice. And finally, 3rd, the desire to change careers and try something new, like hosting Top 30 for a week. But don't get too stressed yet. Millennials still got a midlife crisis to look forward to.
A deer stranded on the ice of Tonkawa Lake in British Columbia was rescued after 3 days from an unlikely source. Don Polishuk discovered the helpless deer stuck about 250 meters from shore. Out of desperation, she contacted the Kamloops Search and Rescue, an organization usually designated for humans, and they stepped in to help. The organization said they were able to, quote, roll the deer in a toboggan because the animal couldn't possibly stand on the glass-like ice. And good news, the deer is now safe and sound. Alex, what's coming up on the next show?
Kristen, we're talking about some everyday foods you might want to cut back on. There's a new list of the worst foods for heart health. Some may be packed with salt, others can cause you to pack on extra pounds, and many of them will surprise you. Plus, Plus, every December we get a new color of the year from Pantone Color Institute. Last year it was a shade of green, but this year's shade is a first. And when one 7-year-old's elf on the shelf had a run-in with a German Shepherd, her hospital manager mom pulled out all the stops to save the injured toy. We'll see you next time right here on Top 30.